Salute, MobTube. How is everybody today? See who we got. MobTube Troll Army NB3. I'm not sure who you're with, but okay. Princess Paulina, Miss Can't Be Wrong, Mustache Pete, Bronx B, Johnny the Greek, Mickey Griggs. See who we get in here. We're going to do another addiction and recovery show. Bobby Barbarian, Corey Vote, Tony Ducks, I'm over here. Richie B, what's up? Steve Cutler, how are you? Steve, I'm going to be having another cigar tonight. Thanks to you. Not sure which one, but I'll keep you posted. OC, Brooklyn Rob 1, Joe Batters, Amateur Historian. Amateur Historian says, I wish I could tell you. I don't know how to make this go away. There we go. Hello from the Bronx, B, FBS, and everyone. Recovery is important, and that's a fact, B. Alan Smith. What? See who shows up and what you guys want to talk about. Last night was inspiring for me. I liked the way it went. And, I enjoyed doing that. And I got some good feedback from people that it helped. So these shows aren't for views. I'm not worried about views. These shows are to help people. And it couldn't be a more crucial time than Christmas. So I think they're needed. Johnny the Greek, salute, Mob Tubers, Clan, FBS in the house, ready to rock the show. Great show last night. Thank you to everyone who was here last night. Well, thank you, Johnny. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope it was of some help to people. Michael Scola Sr., how you doing? Let's see who else we got. So BCP, OC, Pink Veal, Joe Brown. I agree. Alan Smith, Linda J, Teresa Murphy, one of my favorites. A lot of depression around this time, Miss Can't Be Wrong. You are correct. Brooklyn Rob, great show last night. I have never spoke about these things with anyone. I guess I trust in people in the chat. Sounds good, and you can. We're all here to help each other. I know seniors who are inspired, says Tony to Olivia. Smoke the Sin Compromiso, FBS. You will love it. All right, I will. I'll remember that. Hold on. I get important notifications during the show. What? Lefty, you're tripping. Get your ass in here. Stop it. Stop it, B. What's up? FBS MobTube 2.0. That's right. Reborn. I watch Baywatch. Been in here lurking, excited about the new format, FBS. Good, I'm glad. I don't know that I'll be doing addiction and recovery shows back to back like this very often, but I figured the one we did was a little bit later last night. There might be different people who need to talk or get some support, that aren't around at that time. So I figured I would do one during the day today. Tonight, I will be doing a mob show with Jeff Nadeau. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that shit. because I am. It's going to be fun. FBS, I don't know why I trust you. You're not even from the Bronx. No, I'm not. You're right. All she had left in the end was $3,600 in mint condition coins. Casino. Casino. Can't stump me, boy. Smash the like button, beautiful people. Smash it. I'll be there for that tonight, too. Sounds good, Tony Ducks. We can't do a mob show without you. Joseph Montanero. Me too. I love the new attitude and direction. It's a good New Year's resolution. Purge the bullshit. Well, thank you, Joseph. I'm trying. Let's see how it goes. Only a real one like you understands the holidays. Well, listen, I know that you know, it's tough. Listen, I spent several years by myself on every holiday, and it wasn't good. And, I was borderline suicidal, you could say. I know how tough it gets, and I lost a lot of friends to suicide and overdose and everything else. Um, some of those being around the holidays, a couple of those being Christmas time. So I understand. I will do that, Brian. Well, I'll forget. Um, just call me because I'll forget, bro. I had to remember if you had my number or not. Yeah, a lot to overdose. It's a shame. Listen, it's one of those times when you got any kind of addiction issues that you fall into that trap, I guess. A lot of relapse around the holidays because there could be a lot of reasons for it. Some people are just alone. Some people, the holidays are a reminder of maybe something or someone in their past life who's no longer there with them, whether it's an ex or somebody who passed away, something like that. There's all kinds of things, that the holidays are great. They're fun. It's a joyous time for a lot of people. But for some people, the holidays are a living hell. And I've been there and I know what it's like. So, um, it's good for us to be doing this now. Girthquake, I think in all fairness, I should explain exactly what it is I do. Like, for instance, tomorrow I'll wake up nice and early and I'll come to see you. That is Joe Pesci in Casino talking to the banker. Um, I don't remember the exact line, but he's telling him basically, you better have my money. And if you don't have my money, um, what does he say? Shit, you got me on the spot. It's one of my favorite parts because he says, and just as I'm coming out of jail, you'll be coming out of your coma, and then I'll crack your fucking head open all over again, something like that. Because I'm fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck about jail. Casino, it's the best. Um, that's what he says. I think he says, I'll crack your head wide open in front of everybody in the fucking bank. Crack your fucking head wide open in front of everybody in the bank. And just as I'm coming out of jail, hopefully. All right, let's see. Good evening, Mikey Rich. Glad to see you here. Lost too many drugs and almost lost myself in the process. I hear you. I know what you mean, bro. Me too. It's sad. I was thinking about some of them today, and it really is heartbreaking. Especially one girl who I was very, very close to. We were together for a while, and she has 3 kids, and she passed away in June of last year. So, her kids don't have their mother this year, and it's very sad. And she passed away to a heroin overdose. And about 3 years before she passed away, the kid's father passed away to a heroin overdose. Um, absolutely, Tony Ducks. Shoot me as many emails as you'd like. Just be prepared. I'm not the quickest with getting back the email. Lefty Guns, don't ever give me that horse shit again, my friend. You are you're with us, Lefty, and we're with you. Okay. I don't know exactly what you were talking about in that message, but don't ever think for any reason that you'd have to distance yourself from me. That's what I do because I'm stupid like that. Because I'm fucking stupid. This can't be wrong. I don't give a fuck about jail. That's what I do. When you get out of that coma, I'll be getting out of jail to put you right back in that fucking. Love Joe Pesci. Frankie, I fucked this up big time. I never should have started with this broad. Fatal mistake. Yes, it was. Um, I lost my childhood friend to drugs 3 months ago. I'm sorry to hear that, Yankees for life. My condolences. It's tough shit. My brother took what he thought was Xanax, but it was actually fentanyl 5 years ago. Oh my god. Well, um, Shanna's son. What happened with him is him and his friend were together, and they were, friends since they were babies. Because it's actually Shanna's best friend. It was Shanna's best friend's son, and they went out one night, and they went and they got a bunch of Xanax. But what Shanna's son didn't know is that the kid that he was with, I'm not going to say his name, but he also purchased some Percocet from the guy. Shanna's son didn't know that, and he handed just the Xanax to Shanna's son, and then you know he took the Xanax and he didn't know it, but his friend had taken Xanax and Percocets. And he, you guys, a lot of you have heard the story before, but my stepson woke up the next morning. They fell asleep on the floor. My stepson woke up the next morning and his friend was dead next to him. And that did major damage to him, but it straightened him out. It got his head right. Now he's good. And he doesn't fuck around with that shit anymore. Mustache Pete FPS, just in case I can't stay in. Anyone that needs some extra help or needs to talk, please feel free to email me. I'm at LCSW and would be happy to help anyone. De Blasio at gmail.com. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but thank you, Mustache Pete. That's very nice of you. Mikey Ritz, addiction has played such a major role in my life between myself and my best friends. It's so sad. Thank God every day I made it out alive. Anyone that needs help, feel free to contact me. See that? Support. Thank you, Mikey. Mikey's a good dude, man. Two people I love are suffering from addiction. I'm sorry to hear that because that's a nightmare. Shut up, Lefty. Johnny the Greek, it's good to talk and open up about your addiction. I'm sure a lot of us have spoke openly for the first time in a while. Since COVID hit, I stopped talking at rehabs and prisons. Isolating in is WQ trigger. All right. I'm not sure about that last part there, but yes, it is good to open up and talk about it. And that's what we need to do. And that's the cool part because a lot of you guys already know each other from the chats and stuff. We talk for hours a day on here. So to be able to kind of switch lanes and talk about something a lot of us struggle with, I couldn't think of, a better situation. Manuel Spataro, if you don't have any money, I'll crack your head open in front of everyone in the bank. If you don't have my money, I'll crack your head open in front of everybody in the bank. That's right, Emmanuel. And I can't push them away. Now, well, that's the extremely hard part, Miss Can't Be Wrong. You're kind of trapped in their addiction. Lefty is on record with the FBS crew. You're fucking right. I love that kid. He ain't going nowhere. Lefty has always been a loyal FBS soldier. Fucking right, he has. That's my boy right there. And what do you do, Charlie? You fuck people out of money and get away with it. That scene is the fucking best, man. Uh, I love that scene because I don't give a fuck about jail. That's what I do. Mickey Griggs, I lost two brothers, one at 18 in a car wreck and one drowned at 18. And my father used to get drunk and tell me that the wrong one died, meaning it should have been me. That is sad, Mickey. That is horrible. And that shit leaves an impression and a scar at the same time because now I can't even imagine that situation because, you lost siblings. I didn't have that happen, but my father used to say things pretty similar to me as a kid. Things were great until you came along, stuff like that. That shit is damaging and it stays with you. Um, yeah, Mickey, it's hard because those words they'll be with you forever. But you just got to know it's not true. And I know I'm glad to have you here. Andrew, that sucks. I had a close friend I came on there. Basically, the same thing happened. Sorry about that, FBS. Sorry about what? I already forgot things that happened 2 minutes ago, so I'm not sure what you mean. Steve Cutler heard they just busted a huge fentanyl drug ring that could have produced over 400,000 pills. Good. Good. I'm glad that I'm someplace in life now where I can be happy when I hear about drug busts. Um, oh, you were talking about my stepson and it. Yeah, well, yeah. If that's what you mean, yeah, it was tough. Sorry, I get behind in the comments. It was tough on him and Shanna because Shanna basically raised that kid for her friend. I mean, he lived here at one point and everything. As a matter of fact, he lived in where I'm sitting. Um, so it was very hard on her. Holy shit, Chris, I never heard that. If you ever need someone to talk to, give him my number. Bro, that would be awesome, Lefty. That would be awesome, bro. I'm sure he'd love to talk to you and play fucking Call of Duty with you or whatever else, man. Absolutely. Yeah, he went through it, man. Listen, I never woke up next to a friend that was dead. I can't even imagine what it was like. It had to be a horror, but I know that it fucking, never left him. I mean, he still thinks about it all the time. And, he goes through it. And so does Shanna. Shanna always breaks down about that kid. She loved that kid. And it's hard on both of them. Very hard on both of them. Xanax is so bad, paralyzes your entire insides where you can't fight through the passing out. It's awful, and the fog lasts for days. It That shit would make me hallucinate. I've had so many embarrassing experiences because I was hallucinating around people who were, clear headed as could be, and I mean, Xanax is the fucking devil. I'm telling you. And when you mix it with cocaine and alcohol, holy shit. I don't know. There's no other benzo that's like that. Klonopin isn't like that. Ativan isn't like that. Librium isn't like that. Xanax just does something fucking terrible to you. It's horrible. I was up for like 4 days straight, and I didn't even know a day had passed. That's an extremely unfortunate incident, but that Shanna's son came out clean on the other side is great. Well, that's the thing. Yeah. It probably saved his life. It's a shame that somebody had to pass away, but he is doing so well now. And he's really got his shit together, and we're very proud of him. And, at least something good came out of it. Ah, Miss Can't Be Wrong, heroin. That's so sad. I have almost the same story. Found my best friend too. What your stepson went through is terrible. I'll never forget rolling my friend over and seeing his face and lips dark blue. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what that's like for you guys. That's horrible. And I'm sorry for your loss, by the way. That's gotta be a fucking an experience that sticks with you for life. And they gave me some of the details about what his friend looked like, when he found them, and uh, it's hard to. And it was a young, my stepson was only 17 at the time. I bet Miss can't be wrong. I'm sure it does. And then trying to do CPR on a dead corpse was absolutely terrible. I still see his dead face in my head sometimes. Absolute nightmare. Ah, yeah, that's I'm sorry you got to deal with that, Mikey. The rehab I got clean at, I was there so long, guys would graduate and then go back out and OD, and that would motivate us to do better. Let's see. I lost. Um, oh, I'm sorry, I read that one. I think I'm going back through. Oh yeah, I wasn't as far up as I thought I was. Same here, Chris. If your stepson ever needs someone to talk to, feel free and give him my number. I went through the same thing. I don't remember. Did I already? That's not the one I read, right? My fucking memory. No. Thank you for that, Mikey. Lefty Guns. No, it doesn't leave you. Never woke up next to anyone like that, but I've seen someone lose third of their head and a few other terrible things that gave me PTSD. Those Annex are fucking evil, 100%, without a doubt. They are, man. Anyone fighting addiction, please do not give up. You are worth fighting for. Absolutely. Fentanyl is horrible. Yes, it is. They used to prescribe me 151 milligrams Xanax, 150 30s, 150 15s. It was a wild ride. I'm happy I'm off that. How the fuck do they prescribe you shit like that? That fucking angers me to no end. Like, how could they even, at the same time, they would give you 151 milligrams Xanax, 150 30s, and 150 15s? Are you serious, bro? Holy shit. I kicked my cousin's air conditioner in and found him on the kitchen floor dead. I caught some blame for it in the beginning, but once everything was done, they knew I had nothing to do with it. Jesus, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe Brown. My God, wow. Keep reporting Tony Pizza's waste man, Tony. Mm. I have woke up to girls I wouldn't normally sleep with because of Xanax. That's funny. Veal prey. Oh shit. Yeah, I found out a friend who had passed. Wait. Yeah, I have found a friend who had passed, but can't imagine waking up next to a friend who passed in the night. My heart goes out to him. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, and he didn't even know at the time that the kid had taken some. I don't know if it was Percocet, some Oxy, whatever. He didn't even know. You know what I mean? Feel praying for your wife, brother. You guys can do this. Lefty Guns. Yeah, I have found the. Oh shit! Just read that. Shit is crazy, right? Did I miss Pink Veal? Hold on. Let me see what he said because I must have. I want to make sure I didn't miss any of your comments. Yeah, I don't think I did. Uh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Andrew White, yeah, for those out there in active addiction, there is help out there. I promise you. Please just ask about it. Plenty of different resources these days. I know my soul was just exhausted. Andrew, you're right. Listen, people want to talk shit about these government programs and all that. I mean, I was able to call, maybe not a government program, but crisis intervention, and um, they had me in a rehab that night. That's all I had to do. I mean, it was that simple. I didn't have to research anything. I woke up. I knew I just couldn't fucking take it anymore. I called crisis intervention, and they had me all set up for a place. They gave me until midnight that night to get there. And as you know, if I never got there, first of all, I'd probably be dead, but I also wouldn't be here because that's where I met Shanna. But they did all the work, and I was working and I had a union job, so I was covered. Even though they wouldn't let me stay there long, they gave me a total of 21 days, and they didn't even want to do that. My insurance actually only wanted to pay for the detox because the rehab I was at was like 50,000 a month. It was like a luxury rehab. So, but the doctors kept fighting for me. Well, the doctor and the counselors, they kept fighting with the insurance company. So I wound up getting 21 days there. But they weren't having a day more than that, man. The union wanted to move me to a place in Florida that was like a shithole. But if I didn't have insurance and a union job at the time, they'll also, when you call crisis intervention, at least that's what we have here in PA, they'll hook you up with funding too. They'll get you right into a place. You don't have to do a thing. You don't have to worry about insurance, nothing. They'll just get you into a place. I don't know if every state has that, but we have that here. Brian Neary, I sincerely hope things are looking up for you and your wife. Wishing nothing but the best for you. FBI. The U.S. seems to be worried about illegal drugs, but it sounds from the comments here there's more danger in what is being prescribed. Oh my God! Of course, of course, yeah. And you know what? Why aren't they worried about the ones that are really killing people, the prescription drugs? Because all these fucking politicians, they get kickbacks from the pharmacies, especially Republican politicians. They get kickbacks left and right from these pharmaceutical companies, and they just allow this shit to go on. And not even kickbacks. I mean, campaign donations, everything. They get paid by the big pharmaceutical companies. So that's why we still don't have weed legalized in the federal system, and that's why these oxys and shit like that are still being prescribed at a ridiculous rate, and that's the way it is. But no, Bill Maher said it perfect one time, and I'm not a big fan of his, but he said, it's funny. He was like, um, he said, when he was a kid, people weren't dying of the coke and the heroin and the shit that was on the street. You know what I mean? But now you see it everywhere. The kids, older people, celebrities, everything. What are they dying from? They're dying from these pills. Michael Jackson, they're all dying from fucking pharmaceuticals. Oh shit. Um, Let me see. That was hilarious, fucking Mikey Ritz. Um, I got some girls I normally would not have gotten because of that. Jesus. If it was a tape or script, it may have been 3 different visits. Yeah, but I just don't know how you prescribe those together, though. Ryan, thank you, my brother. My angel is doing great. So fucking proud of her. Hey, buddy, I really hope you're in a better place right now. You're a hero, my man. Blessings from San Antonio, Texas, Military City, USA. Ryan, watch the HBO documentary, Crime of the Century. I'll tell you about Purdue Pharma, Bribe doctors to prescribe oxys like candy. I owned a bar at one time, found someone hanging from the ceiling in the basement who committed suicide. He was a millionaire, but that night couldn't find any dope and decided he couldn't take it. Jesus. Joey Dimes, especially strippers, lefty guns. Yo, for real, Zans make you black out, not remember shit, and definitely makes you throw caution to the wind. Yeah, I'll say. And why was I taking them? Why do you think? Keep my fucking heart under control so I could do more and more cocaine. Veal, if there's anything I can do, you let me know. I'm sorry to hear. Anything that you could do that will help you is a step in the right direction. This is true. What's up, DP? No crime in going on Suboxone for a little while to help detox. If that's what it takes. Mike Slick, I left that asshole pizza channel. Yeah, no, you didn't. Andrew White, the hospital locked my ass away to detox for 10 days and gave me a super cool social worker who gave me many options. Was an eye opener. Didn't know I had options. Yeah. Funny how things work out, huh, Chris? Fuck Tony, guy's too abusive. Yeah. Sure, Mike. Andrew White, many folks have no insurance. No insurance, you're in a mess. Yeah, but yeah, well, if you look for certain programs and stuff, you can get help. There's programs that'll do like they'll help you based on like a sliding scale with your income, whatever it may be. See, I don't know where you are or what programs you have there, but but look, when it comes down to it, this is the bottom line. If they would have told me that day, listen, we got this place for you, but when you're done, you're going to owe $50,000 and it would destroy your credit and possibly bankrupt you, I would have said, fine. It's your life. You can always get money back. You can always get credit back. You can always do whatever you have to do. You can't do any of that shit dead. Once you're dead, it's final. It's over. You know what I mean? And besides, most of us in our addictions we would have spent 50,000 anyway if we would have stayed, using long enough. So if you got to fucking go in debt to be at a place, do it. What could be more worthy? You know what I mean? Of debt. I don't know. I mean, it's your life, it's your health. It's like, listen, if you had a fucking, God forbid, a tumor that was going to kill you if you didn't get it removed, would you go to the fucking hospital and have them do it and then owe fucking $100,000 in medical bills? Or would you say, well, I can't afford that right now, Now, I know some places won't even take you unless you have insurance and stuff. But there's got to be some way in every state that you can get it done. You can get into a place. Yeah. Listen, if anyone needs help, you don't have money, I have a friend who owns a rehab place in Florida and it's very nice, not a shithole. I can get him to work something out with you or your insurance. Is it on the beach? Because if so, can I just go for a couple weeks? That's why HBO called it crime of the century. Yeah. Mhm. The worst part is those of us that need meds to help ease our final days or erase our pain can't get help now. I know. Well, see, that's why, I feel so bad for people that have chronic pain and shit like that. It's what do? You gotta take this shit, right? Weed was a big help for me to get off of dope. It helped settle my stomach so I could eat and it helped sleep. Well, hey, if anybody has to trade dope for weed, I say go right ahead. Johnny, a doctor in rehab I met was so bad he wrote scripts for old age P O. I don't know, an injectable. I have no idea what that says. Sorry, Johnny. I think the doctor. Wait a minute, motherfucker. I think the doctor shopping days are pretty much over. It's the black market pills laced with fentanyl and the cartels. You would know better than I would. Cocaine to go up, Xans to sleep, vicious cycle. Telling me. What do we know? That's for Big Lou. When OxyContin came out, they had commercials and posters in doctors' offices saying non-habit forming. Yes, they did. Chris, I know you don't do the whole herb thing, but if anyone has anxiety, there's a THC spray that works great. People should try it. Yeah, listen, I'm not necessarily against it. I just don't use it. You know what I mean? But THC is fucking marijuana itself helps in with so many fucking things. That's why, like I said, I think it should be fully legal in every state, federal, but we'll see. Can't put a price on sobriety. You got that shit right. Uh, Chris, you just described student loans. Don't think there was nothing wrong with me when I was getting those meds. I couldn't walk right and would stay up for 3, 4, 5 days at a time because of pain. Shit, rough. I think you should exhaust all other options before going bankrupt. But if it's the only way to save your life, do it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 50K or be alive. Easy decision for me. Like I said, my soul was hurting and tired. I was either going to get busy living or get busy dying at the end of my addiction. Yes, sir. Shawshank Redemption. Perfect line. I can get anyone in a really nice place in Florida for under 10K. There you go. Lefty can help you out. West Texas. I think what really happened to me was I fucking detest pills, but I had open heart surgery and shoulder replacement 6 months later. I had to take pain meds. Yeah, I mean, like I said, what do you do in that situation? You got to do it, right? I lived with chronic pain for the last 9 years and have had very dark thoughts, but haven't given up. Well, good for you, Linda, and please don't ever give up. And I'm sorry to hear that you got to deal with that pain. Um, West Texas burrito. Last time I got some pain meds for a tooth infection, and that shit hit me like a ton of bricks, made me sick and everything. I know, Chris, you just don't partake. Yeah. Um, Johnny the Greek, the chaos and crime addicts commit. The chaos and crime addicts commit cost the state a lot more money than what a rehab would cost. My last comment: old age pensioners through Doc wrote up drugs for them. Oh, okay, I got you. Sort of. Let's see. Pinkville, West Texas. This last time I took pain meds. I can't take Advil since I'm on blood thinners. So guess what? Weed, weed, weed. Do what you got to do. Um, Brian Neary, I know I was kind of out of the woods with thinking about using again after I had carpal tunnel surgery, and I hated the feeling of the anesthesia, and I was so happy that I didn't embrace that feeling. Andrew White, even though I didn't partake in the I don't partake in the THC side of cannabis. Currently, I do take CBDs for a plethora of ailments. Yeah, I heard they can be useful too, at least if you get the right ones. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I guess it's something a lot of us just have to struggle with for a long time, well, for our whole lives. Hopefully, it's easier, or gets easier as time goes on. Some of you guys would know better than me because you've had decades clean. I don't. I have 2.5 years, but again, my addiction is the way I see it. The cravings and little stuff I have to deal with is no comparison to what you guys have to go through. And then, the guys, the opiates and shit like that. But then on the other hand, some of you have to take opiates for chronic pain and stuff. And then what do you do after that? You got to be on them for life. I don't know. That's one thing I don't know the answer to. I really don't. That's right, Linda. You can't give up ever. You got to fight. If coming off pills and smoking weed, get an indica dominant strain. Stay away from sativa. Will give you more anxiety. I don't know nothing about that shit. Lefty guns, Brian and Mickey. I hope to God I don't hurt myself again and bring back all that pain. That probably the only thing that truly scares me. I think about that shit a lot, man. It terrifies me. What the fuck could wind up happening? It's almost like, what do you do? I mean, God forbid you hurt yourself real bad, right? What do? You take these pills and whether you like it or not, fall headfirst into addiction, or you don't take them and you just suffer. I don't know. It's horrible. FBI, I'm so glad that the medical community is starting to see the benefit of magic mushrooms as an antidepressant. No addictive or physically damaging properties, and the effects are long lasting. I don't know anything about that. Really? They're using that now? I had no idea. Andrew White, it's certainly work and recovery, but I just gotta keep my goals in mind and remember the damage my addiction caused and all my lost loved ones. Yeah. It's funny. I ran into an old friend today, and me and this guy used to get fucked up together. I haven't seen him in years. His name is Chad. Good dude, man. But we were, for a while, partners in crime, literally. I mean, we sold drugs together. We, did drugs together. I remember there was a real bad home invasion at his house once when he was hustling and they robbed him and shit. He got hurt pretty bad. But me and this guy used to get it in. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, some of the memories I don't even want to get into, because we would get so fucked up, And one time I remember I fucking woke up at my house and he's calling me and he lost his car. He had no fucking idea where his car was, but we were together the night before with some girls, and I had no idea how the fuck I got home. No idea. We were doing coke and drinking, just wasted. And I wake up and I'm like, I don't. What the fuck do you want me to tell you? I don't know where your car is. Later that day, after I get my head together and I'm feeling up to it, I go outside and there's his fucking car. Apparently, I drove his car from one side of the city to the other to go home in the middle of the fucking night. But I ran into him today, and I don't know, I was thinking about a lot of things. A lot of shit, a lot of friends, mutual friends that we both had that aren't with us anymore, and just how crazy we were back then. And he told me, it's funny because we were talking and it was like, it was so weird for both of us, I think, because he's like, yeah, I got 3 kids now and I'm a sales manager at a car dealership and this and that. He don't do any drugs or drink anymore. And I told him my story and stuff. And it was an awesome conversation to have because it was us basically as grown-ups. But I thought about, when I left there, some of the shit me and this dude went through together, and I'm like, my God, the fact that we're both alive and well now is a fucking miracle. Wait a minute. Brian Neary, I had knee surgery 6 months ago and was diagnosed with spinal stenosis. I toughed it out with Tylenol and Advil and heating pads and ice. Never thought I could. Well, good for you, man, for staying strong, not giving in. It's better than taking those pills that are highly addictive. You're fucking right. I have 4 herniated discs as we speak. Jesus Christ. Look at that, man. That's awesome. Tom Sheehy, thank you so much, bro. Hi, Chris. Thanks for staying in touch while I had to attend my nephew's thing in Dublin. Family heard all the horrors of how he died. Horrendous. Chris, take care. Yeah, I'm sorry if I missed any emails or anything, but I know, we were keeping in touch for a while, and yeah, I can't even imagine what that was like for your family. Um, but I'm glad it's over now, I guess. I know, the pain and the scars from that'll never go away, but I hope you're doing okay and your family as well. And thank you very much for that super chat. Very nice of you. There you go. Nitro Owen says, Lefty, you need to talk. Hit me on IG. I know what you sound like, Nitro Owens. I know what you sound like now because I caught you on Cousin Dom's show. um, although I'm over 20 years clean, I'm a 30 plus year drug addict. Yeah, wow. Talking here and watching Chris gets me through a lot. Well, that's great to know, Brian. That means a lot to me. Lefty guns. I have a form of degenerative neuropathy, which sucks, and they can't tell me why. I had it from so young. Anyone take gabapentin? Yes, I forgot to get back to your. Well, I didn't forget. I just I started the show before I got back to your text. But yes, I take gabapentin, and I saw what you said. Let me see. I don't think so, but I don't know because I do get muscle spasms from time to time, weird ones in my hands and my eye. I don't know if that's related to the gabapentin. It could be, but I don't know. See, the first time I took it, Neurontin, was when I had the seizure in '99. They put me on it just because I had a seizure, and at that time they used it as a seizure medication. Now they use gabapentin has so many different uses. Pain is one, nerve pain, and anxiety and shit, and to help you sleep. They kind of give it to me for those last two, um, anxiety and to help me sleep. But I take gabapentin every day in the morning and then at night and in the evening. So gabapentin is good. Me and Shannon were talking about that last night. I don't know why. I don't remember why gabapentin came up. I don't know, but I was talking about when I was in that fucking rehab. Oh my God, Linda J, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, he has cancer? Jesus. All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. We'll see you soon. We'll take care of him. That's a shame. Um, when I was in that rehab, I hadn't taken gabapentin in damn near 20 years. You know what I mean? And they started me on it, and they gave me like 300 milligrams. And I had a group, and like 40 minutes later, I was in the group. Like, I felt great. I was on fucking cloud nine. I was like, what the fuck did they just give me? Because I worked with a girl who used to tell me that shit. She was a heroin addict, and she told me that one day she was fucked up in work. And I'm like, Sierra, what the fuck are you on? Like, did you do dope again? She was like, no, I took like 1,200 milligrams of gabapentin. I said, what the fuck does that do? She's like, well, if you take enough, it fucks you up. I'm like, oh my. Yeah, I gotta say that these shows help me so much. I get in my head and down on myself at times, and just chatting and talking to y'all helps so much. Thanks. That's uh that's great to hear, Andrew. And I know what you mean about getting in your head. But I'm glad this helps. That makes me want to keep doing it. I can't take Neurontin or however you spell it. That shit made me forget who I was and everything for weeks after I took it. And I told my doc and he took me off. Really? Maybe that's why I can't remember any fucking thing. Think the spasms are a side effect. You have them also. Prayers, Linda, for you and your son. We need more of this in interviews, FBS. So many haters. Time to distance yourself from the pack and never look back. Yeah, of course. And more mob shit. Mob shit, mob shit, mob shit. Um, well, I'm going to take everything day by day. We'll see how it goes. I'll never sit here and be like, I'm not talking shit no more. I'm not fighting with no one no more now. But is it played out? And just kind listen. What it comes down to, not to get off the addiction recovery subject, is I'm helping them by doing it. I'm not hurting them. I'm helping them. I'm giving something. I'm giving them something to talk about. And I've had it with that. You know what I mean? Like I get nothing out of that. So I take it at night. It's actually what helped me start getting decent sleep since I've been off the pain meds. You take trazodone, Lefty? Lefty, I recently started to get cramps like a Charlie horse under my ribs. Fucking painful, but other than that, no. And I had neuropathy in my feet that are completely gone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lefty guns. Yep, I take 300 milligrams at night to help me sleep. I take 300 3 times a day. I don't take 600 at once. Sometimes I have to take one in the AM. Yeah, it helps with anxiety and shit. I actually saw an article the other day about warning people in pain taking gabapentin, but everyone is different. Really? Um, Lefty, are you diabetic? FBS, do you, no matter the results? Yeah, exactly. I don't care. Like I said, I've said from the beginning, I don't care about views. Views don't really matter to me. Because views, when you're at the level that me and these other shows are at, they don't make you any money. So I don't really care about it. I'm just going to do what I want to do. If always, I've always been scared to take anything because I've seen my brother addicted to everything that can get you addicted. Yeah, well, Todd Father, yeah, that'll keep you from that'll definitely keep you from wanting to use anything, even the fuck kind of bullshit. I did it again, guys. Kicked myself straight out of StreamYard. Brooklyn Rob, oh you son of a bitch. Brooklyn Rob, one FPS. This makes me feel like I'm not the only fuck up. No, bro, far from it. And look, there's 71 people in here right now, and this is just in a little community. There's millions of people, Brooklyn Rob, that feel like they're the only fuck up. Trust me, I know how you feel though, man. I used to be the same way. You can't beat yourself up. You just can't. There's a lot of people going through what you're going through, and some of these others, even what I'm going through. Lefty Guns, it is Brian, but they found out. It is Brian, but they found out when I was 23 after they were doing a test after my car accident. Son of Hawaii, played football in college. And when we got hurt, the trainers would give us perks and Vicodins by the hundreds. So many of us were hooked on them for years. They never realized how addictive they were. Jesus Christ. FBS right people who are really supporters will stay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not worried about it. Look, if I do a show today, I could have done a regular show instead of this, and you guys know how it goes. I would have gotten 200 to 300 people. But what would I have gotten out of it in the long run? You know what I mean? Yeah, I would have made more money and shit like that, sure. But if I do this show that has 70 people and one person makes it through the day without overdosing, getting high, giving up, then fuck it. It's way more rewarding, and it's something that I think it's important to use a community like this for, to help support each other. And I have nothing to prove at this point. So, um, every medicine seems trial and error. Everyone's body is different. Doctors don't even know until you tell them it works or not. Yeah. Ben Piggin. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Great show, FBS. I'm kind of going through this. Definitely need help. Not sure where to start first on what to do. Any suggestion? It's the devil's dust. Oh, well, um, if I talk to you, personally, or privately, I'm sorry, I could probably offer more advice. But if that's the drug, I mean, see, I don't know. That's a tough one, because you're probably able to function and all that shit, which makes it, um, you don't hit rock bottom quite as quickly. But I would listen. I suggest to anyone, make some phone calls, find out some resources, and get away. See, something like that, you can, like you know where to get it. It's always going to be close to you. It's not going to be a problem. It's going to be easy, and you can mostly do it without people even knowing you're fucking doing it, right? But time away is the only thing that helps because of that. Like for me, I just had to be taken out of the city I was in, around the people I was around, and around the drug itself. It wasn't around me anymore. And that time away, I had 21 days without it, and I felt great. I felt better than ever. So when I came out of there, it didn't even occur to me to go do some coke. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I had that time away, and I had no other choice but to be clean and sober, and I loved it. So time away from all that shit, man. Because listen, if you don't get time away, you're going to be around it. You're going to be There's no fucking community in this country or probably anywhere where you can't go get a bag of coke or whatever you want. So you got to put yourself in a situation where you're taken out of all that. That's my first advice to anybody: is get away from it by any means. I love these chats, but sucks not to be able to speak sometimes to show emotions or expression. LOL. Hey, if you ever want to come on, Mickey, and talk, you're more than welcome. I'll drop a link for you right now. I heard that Brian, but I talked to a few. Oh, okay. Brooklyn Rob, we all feel like fuck ups a lot of the time. It's the human condition. I feel like a fuck up right now. There's not a minute of the day where I don't feel like a fuck up. That's another thing I was thinking about when I saw my friend today. Like, wow, it's a fucking miracle we even made it this far. I mean, drugs and alcohol aside, we're always fucking troublemakers, always into something, always involved in crime and shit. Really, erection. Oh, that's a fact. Live and let live. Absolutely. FBI, nobody chooses to be an addict. I would agree. Um, really helpful this time of year, bro. Oh, good, Sam Franks. I'm glad you find it helpful. Makes it worth doing. Tony P doesn't feel like a fuck up. That's why he is such a fuck up. Joey Knuckles, accurate. Yep. What's good, my FPS? Goonies, nuts in the building. What's up, these? It's not all about views. No, I didn't care about views to begin with anyway. I don't like I said, views don't get you anything on here. What do you make? $500 a month? Fuck it. You have to move away, definitely, yeah, without a doubt. I don't know. By Devil's Dust, I assumed he was talking about cocaine. I never heard that myself, but you're never alone. Reach out for help. It's there if you want it. That is right. Geographical cures don't work. Sorry, I'm spouting off some AABS. Yeah, well, but no, it's not about moving away and just starting a new life. I'm talking about the time away that's spent in rehab. Sometimes something like Coke, where there's no physical withdrawal. Just getting it out of your system and living for a couple of weeks without it, at least for me, that was the fucking key. That was the key. I haven't done cocaine since June 21st of 2019. So, I mean, that's what did it for me. That was the day I left for rehab. I haven't had a drink. So, I mean, it was that time away. Now, alcohol's a little different because you get, at least I find the cravings for alcohol a little bit stronger, especially since, like, I even walk into the convenience store to get cigarettes or something, there's alcohol there. And, there's a physical withdrawal to alcohol. And, I don't know. I just think it stays in your brain a different way. But cocaine, there's no physical withdrawal to it or nothing like that. You just got to get that mental shit out of your head, and I think that the time away at a rehab, be it 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, whatever, can certainly help. Oh, environment, definitely. I'll give you an example. The rehab I was in, as long as we made all our groups and all that shit, we could get passes for Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Because Saturdays and Sundays were like days off. There was no counselors there, really, nothing like that. So, you could either hang out by the pool all fucking day or you could leave for the day. So I would leave every Saturday and Sunday. And one time, I don't know why I did it. I was going to my brother's, but I drove past the hotel that I had just been staying in just weeks before. And it brought so many bad memories and bad feelings back that I was like, fuck that. I'm not even taking that route back. But even being back in New York City when I would leave the rehab, because I was only, you got to understand, my rehab was only, I don't know, I'd say 20 miles from York City. They got me in a place in Hanover. That's not that far. So I would go right, right back to that area to do whatever I needed to do. Because when I would leave for the day, I would my mom would pick me up because somebody has to pick you up, obviously. My mom would pick me up, and then I would take her back to that area to drop her off at her apartment, and then I would take the car and I would go do my thing. And I'd always go to like Walmart to get a bunch of stuff to bring back, like iced tea, snacks, shit like that. But just going back to that area while I was in rehab made me feel fucking funny. And I knew that it wasn't going to be good for me to go back there when I got out of rehab. People, places, situations. Yeah. The worst thing is being around it. You need to be away from it to avoid the constant reminders. You certainly do. We're all flawed individuals. That doesn't make us bad people. Got that right. And everybody is. Let me tell you something. Everybody is. This social media world, I know a bunch of people. You look on their fucking Facebook and you'll think that they have the picture perfect life. Let me tell you something. Everybody's fucked up. That's the truth. Whether they've ever touched a drug or a drink in their life, they're still fucked up. Everybody is. The richest, the poorest, the fattest, the skinniest, the prettiest, the ugliest. They're all fucked up, just in different ways. We all look for something to make life a little better, but sometimes it makes it worse. This is true. Besides, I think most solutions are found when you're not looking. These slap nuts, aka slap pizza man daily. Everyone rock bottom's different. You won't quit until you hit rock bottom. Mine was when my ex-wife brought my daughter to prison to see my daughter was 4 at the time to see me. My daughter was 4 at the time. She asked me what dope fiend. Ah, shit. Yeah, that'll do it. That's all it took. Shit finally came to my front door. Yep. All people do is show their kids. Well, like I know one girl, for example, that I have in mind. Okay. This girl is like a radiologist or something. So she's fucking paid. You know what I mean? She's paid. She makes money. And she, drives like a fucking, a Benz truck. I don't know what the fuck they're called exactly. But she'll every day she shows her nails, but it's not her nails she wants you to look at. She'll put her nails right up against the Mercedes emblem on her steering wheel just to let everybody know what she's driving. She takes pictures of her big beautiful house and her perfect kids and herself. She's built beautiful and she's a beautiful woman and all that shit. And that's all you see. But I know people that know her very well that are still, in like I know one guy, for example, that's still involved with her. And let me tell you something. She's a fucking walking disaster. But if you didn't know her and all you looked at was her Facebook, you'd be like, oh my God, she's got the perfect life. Nope. And that's how most people are in this social media thing. Facebook equals fake book. You're fucking right. Whose child support's paying for it? Yeah, well, that's a lot of the situations too. Yeah. These girls will talk about independent woman and they don't even have a job. They just get child support and fucking the money doesn't go to the kids. It goes to mommy's nails and the club and whatever the fuck else. Everyone, let's show FBS some love. Congratulations, FBS. We're here for you as you are for us. FBS Chad Familia is strong. Thank you, Pinkville. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And I want to show you guys some love. The only time I've ever got clean is when I cut the booze and weed. One will always lead back to the other if you're an addict, in my experience. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't do anything. You know what I mean? I don't do anything because it's exactly what you said. One can lead to the other. I know a lot of people that I used to hear this a lot and it used to irritate me. Even when I was using this would irritate me because as you guys know, I don't like bullshitters. I don't like being bullshitted. And I love calling out fakes and frauds. But I would fucking hear people all the time. Oh, like this girl Sierra was one of them that I was talking about earlier. Oh, I am, I'm clean. But then they're like they would say they're clean. Let's just say they were a heroin addict. In this girl's case specifically, she was. She used to say she was clean all the time while she was buying coke off me. And I'm like, how are you clean if you're doing coke? Well, it's not my drug of choice. I'm not doing dope. I'm clean from dope. Okay, semantics. I mean, yeah, and yes, I guess if you had to pick the two, the coke would be better, but you can't say you're clean. Yeah, everybody's fucked up everywhere, Joey Knuckles. Everybody. Doctors, lawyers, cops, firefighters. Everybody's got shit going on. That's just the way it is. And everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's the perfect parent. Nobody's the perfect spouse. That's just the way shit goes. No one's the perfect employee, boss. In the UK, we had people moaning they couldn't buy cigarettes with school meal vouchers. Jesus. I was finally free of my ex in 2018 when youngest turned 18. Woohoo. Well, good for you. This can't be wrong. That's an addict mentality. It is, absolutely. Uh, didn't have an addiction to booze necessarily, but it always led to bad phone calls that got me in trouble for sure. Yeah, I know, right? That happens. That definitely happens. Uh, oh my God, your grown kids will let you know you ain't perfect. They will. I was. I wish tried the coke from the 80s. Oh, you wish you tried the coke from the 80s though? Yeah, so do I. So do I. Vincent Sorelli, Jimmy, my friend, how you doing, buddy? Shout out, Chris. How you feeling? A lot fucking better, man. Thank you. I gotta call you, by the way. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Big Lou, I'm gonna let FBS know it's cool to give you my info. You do the same. Oh. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna roll. I hope this was helpful. So many have OnlyFans accounts. Girthquake, you were so right. I hope this was helpful to you guys, like last night, and I'll keep these going. I promise. I don't know how often I'll do them, but I'll keep doing them. Thank you guys for being here, for showing each other support, for showing me support. And I'm always here for you guys. If you need me, just hit me up on my email, fatbalditalian, or you can hit me up on Instagram, fatbaldsicilian. Either way, if there's anything I could do to help any of you guys, I'd be glad to. And I know you guys are there for me for the same thing. I'm gonna go smoke my cigar right now. Sin compromiso. I will. Thought I kicked myself off again. Yeah, I'm gonna go smoke that now. Actually, sin compromiso. I probably butchered that, but that's as far as I go, guys. Smoking a cigar and cigarettes. That's it. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. I love you all. Salute.